Hello everybody, and welcome to the 5th stream of building the game Oblation. Now, Oblation, if you aren't caught up, is the newest game we're working on here at Red Fool Studio. Oblation is really important to me because not only is it, of course, the first game, but it's also going to be a collaboration with a good friend who wrote the original book, which is what we're basing the story off. If you want to check out the book, it's in the description below. If you want to support us with building the game though, please wishlist the game on Steam. Let me pop it open for you real quick. So if you go to Steam and search up Oblation Prince of Corruption, you're going to see a page here. We recently updated the artwork. We still need to update some of the screenshots here. But go ahead, scroll down, and please wishlist the game. If you also want to help the game a little bit more and kind of be part of the development, you can go to our official website at redfoolstudio.com/toolsandgames, and then just simply scroll on down until you find the game Oblation. Simply select to learn more. And then from here, you can go ahead and donate to the development team to kind of be part of it a bit. If you donate any amount, you'll be added to an email list where you can then vote on cool new features we want to do. But if you even want to be more invested into it, you can donate 50 or above to build your very own custom NPC to be added into the game. So if you want to do that, go ahead down here and just donate to this Venmo, and we'll contact you shortly after you donate. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the development. Let's go ahead and review just a little bit of what we currently have. So if I start from the main menu scene and currently start the game, you're going to see a couple splash images giving credit to the developers and then also the author of the book. He's also getting a portion of the sales as well, the royalty agreement. We also have this really nice main menu scene. I like this a lot. We might adjust the buttons eventually, but so far I do like how they look. The purple theme I think is really cool. So when you first start the game though, you're going to of course have a bunch of new game files. Once you select a new game file, you'll be brought into the world. Eventually though, I am going to create a simple cutscene if it's your first time opening up a save file that kind of just explains to you a little bit about the world and the whole goal of the game. But in the story, you basically are first person of somebody who's kind of like about to start his great adventure. He gets kind of like a goal from this person who tells him he has to stop this evil in the world. So you start off in your hut here, and you kind of look around, you collect your things, and then you'll head out. So far though in the development, we've just been working on kind of creating all the functionality of the player. So far we have a nice little scene where we can walk up and down, left and right. We have some nice collisions on ourselves, and of course some nice layers so we can kind of be behind certain things, like that. We can also interact with stuff by clicking. If you're holding a weapon though, it'll of course use the weapon. As you just saw a second ago, we also have a mana attack. So if we hold down the weapon, you'll see it flashing, and then we can use our little mana attack. Now we also have our health on the left, and then of course a bunch of different weapons. So if I go ahead, open up the main menu, we have our staff here. We haven't programmed the functionality of the staff yet. In the story, the staff is kind of like a little guide. So we're going to add that ability to kind of give hints to the player of where and what they need to do. We also are going to have a number of potions we can throw, which are elemental potions like fire, ice, lightning, and then evil fire. Each one will kind of help us solve specific puzzles or barriers that we go throughout the game. We also have a magic wand here, which goes ahead and heals our player. So if I go ahead, select the wand, and then hold down the mana attack and release, it'll heal our player, healing one spot. Now eventually though, we'll probably add a little bit more here. With that, we also have a hammer too, which will be used to help smash things in our way. We're eventually going to unlock these just throughout the story. We're really only going to be starting with the sword and one potion in the beginning of the game. I just wanted to make sure everything was programmed correctly on start. I really do like the hammer effect. I think it's really cool how it like shakes the screen when we release it. I think that's really cool. And apart from that, if we go ahead on the right, we also have a stats upgrade. So we're going to have like small little side quests we can do. And if we complete those side quests, we're going to get something called a trinket, which is like a little piece of treasure that kind of buffs something for our player, like their main health, their main attack, and also their mana. And of course I have a little menu area too. I might change this text because I don't really like it that much. I don't think it matches the game. But we have a simple respawn button, which will respawn us to whatever save point we saved last, a settings button, and then a menu button. Now, two things I forgot to mention though for the player is, apart from everything I told you, we also have a shield ability. So if I right click, you're gonna see this nice shield effect. How I think it's gonna work ultimately though is whatever direction we're facing with the shield, it'll block it. We're eventually gonna unlock another type of shield throughout the adventure. And then of course, we also have a dash button as well, where we can then dash using a little bit of our mana. I think the dash will be really cool because maybe we can use it to dash across like riverbeds, or maybe just use it in boss fights when we have to quickly avoid certain attacks. But so far that's everything we got. In this session we're going to be completing some of the weapon stuff. So far we're working on the potion throwing. I think we already got one of the potion throwings to work pretty good so far. If I go ahead and throw it, we can throw it certain distances. A farther one using mana, and then a close-up one not using mana. Now, we have to do, of course, the effects for each type of potion, and of course, we're going to have to program the amount use up. So we shouldn't be able to throw a potion when we have 0 left, so we'll have to program something in there as well. But so far, I think it's really cool, and it looks good. Let's see if we go like that. Yep. So we can throw potions of fire currently. We're going to eventually adjust it, though, to throw ice potions and the other ones. And then if we have time today as well for this session, we will also do the staff guide. And the staff guide, like I said, is simply just going to go ahead and kind of give us a nice little text pop-up that gives us like a hint. Because the staff doesn't necessarily talk to the player, but instead, basically what it does is it kind of like vibrates towards maybe the direction you're going, or maybe it vibrates towards something you're close to. We'll kind of give it a very discreet hint, just to help the player, because this is going to be an open world, and I kind of want to leave it up to the player to explore it and just kind of make do with what they got in front of them. Now, ultimately though, in the world, we're going to have things slowly unlockable. I do like the concept of being able to go in houses like this. Eventually, when we want to program getting out of the house, we'll basically go over here, and then we'll kind of transition to another scene. But we will be able to go inside certain different houses or caves or just other interactable areas. But let me go ahead and throw something in the chat, and then we'll get started on completing some of the potion stuff. Just gonna throw a quick little message in here, then we can get started. Alright, added a nice little comment. Just again to remind everybody to please wishlist the game and don't be shy to ask questions, because I'm here to talk. I like having an interactive type of development. Alright, so we're going to be wrapping up the potions. So we have the fire one currently, which is great, but we need to, of course, do the others. And I think even before we program the amount calculator, we're just going to wrap up adding in all the different effects. So let's go ahead, jump into game world, which is just our starting scene for now. we're gonna go into the player, which I think we also have that open as well up here. All right, and let's see. I think we have most of the code in the player here. Let's double check it. Should be somewhere up a bit. Dash effect, one heal effect, hammer smash, sword, throw potion. Okay, perfect. So we can reuse this function here because we're going to be holding a potion, of course. Yep, we have far and close, but we're going to need, of course, same thing for the different types. So we could go ahead and just do or, and we're going to do something like all the other ones. So we're going to have one for each type, okay? So let's go ahead and do global dot item in use. And this time we'll simply be looking for specifically, I think like Ice P, I think is what it's called. Ice P for Ice Potion. We can do the other ones in here as well. So again, I'm going to do the other two. And eventually we're going to have a big cleanup. I think in the next session, on session 6, once I get everything done for the player inventory, we're going to do a big cleanup for the code, because there's a lot of things in here that could be done in a little bit more simpler way. All right. And I think, did I call this one Boom P? We can double check it if we go to the global script, wherever that is. There we go. Yep, Boom P, Ice P, Evil P. Okay, let's go ahead. Boom P. One more for Evil P. For Evil Potion. Evil P for Potion. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that we have this, we will throw each one, but we're gonna need pretty much something similar over here for each type, because currently we're only throwing the Fire Potion. So we're gonna need one for each. We're also gonna need a different potion to throw in the first place. So let's actually create each potion real quick. So we're gonna go Fire Potion. That's our current Fire Potion. Luckily, we can just simply duplicate it. So I'm gonna go ahead, locate Fire Potion, right click, duplicate, and let's do Ice Potion for the next one. Here we go, Ice Potion, open that up. We need to change, of course, the original design to the Ice Potion one. So let's go ahead, locate Ice Potion. There we go. And then we need to change the effect. So the current effect is flames. I'm gonna change this to like an ice burst. So let's go ahead into here, and I'm gonna make all of these unique because I don't want it to mess up the other one, just in case. And I'm also gonna change the main name to Ice Potion. All right, so for the animations, let's go ahead. Let's go into art. Let's go into, asset pack, Ninja Adventure asset pack, effects. I think it's environmental. No. What is elemental? And then we're gonna do ice. Nope, that's wrong. Where is ice? Oh, maybe there's just a bunch of ice ones. Well, I'm gonna use the default right here. Well, I don't think it's this one actually. I think it's another one. Let's double check it. Ice. What is this one? Flake. No, I don't like that one. I like the one where it has like the shard. That one's pretty cool. So ice again. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, this one looks cool. Okay. All right. Oops, it's selected too many. So we only want like 4 so we can match the other one. So maybe, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I think it's 32 and then 32. And I think I want to go like, let's see, if we do 4, the other one I'm just worried because the other one is, I think it's 4. Let me double check it. No, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can do 5 and it should be the same. I just don't want it to be too much out of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that should be okay. Nice. All right, let's save that. And let's remove the originals. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And we'll see how it looks, all this. Because if I hit play, nice. Does not look cool? I think it looks cool. Problem is, I think it might be too big, though. Because if we play all of them, let's see what happens when they all play. I don't want them touching each other. Yeah, see, that looks silly to me. So we might need to shrink it just a bit. Or, I don't know, we could keep it. Doesn't look horrible. What do you guys think? Anyone think it looks good? I think it looks okay. Alright, so we got ice shards. I don't know, unless there's a better one. Like, is the other one smaller? This one is pretty big. Oh, this one might be better because it goes more to the right. Let's actually try this one. And let's see, 32 and 32. Yep. Alright, and then we did 5. I think we did 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's remove the current ones we have. Yeah, this might be a better size because the current one is just huge. That's a lot better size and they're not touching each other. Sweet. So we go ahead. That looks pretty good. And it looks kind of like ice. Nice. But I think it might be a little bit too much over here. Yep. Okay, so we have ice there. What does the beginner one look like? So each one goes back to that. Yeah, that's not bad. But if we go all the way, then it's going to be like there. Just looks way too much to the right, unfortunately. When it ends. Because that's where we throw the potion. I almost want it to go a little bit more to the left. But if we go back, it's going to be kind of really far. So I don't know. We can always try it and see how we feel about it. We'll keep it as it was. All right, so that's going to be for the ice potion. Everything should be good with that. We can reuse everything we made last time with it. All right, we have the ice potion. Let's go ahead and do the next one, which can be the lightning potion or the boom potion for short. So let's go ahead, select ice potion, right click, duplicate, and we're gonna do boom potion. Okay, boom potion. And let's see. Change the main name. Boom potion. And change the original sprite. Let's go ahead. Let's see how this looks. There we go. And then zoom in a little bit. We need to change the effect for it. There's a lightning effect we can use, which will look pretty cool, I think. Let's see if we can find it. Thunder, there we go. Yeah, this one's okay. It's not my favorite, but it'll have to do. 32. Maybe it's more than 32. And then let's do... Yeah, that's wrong. Okay. Let's see. 30. 28. Maybe a little less. So like 16 by 16? No way. It might be. 16. No. 32. I think it is 32 from the bottom, but it's definitely not that. Is it 15? No. Has to be 16, but no, that doesn't make sense. This is a weird looking one. Interesting. Why is it silly looking? Yeah, it's definitely not that. Maybe it's bigger than that. It's 17. A little bit more. 20. I guess it's 20, yeah. That's really weird, but I guess it kind of makes sense. It's not a part there, is there? Nope, okay. Alright, I guess it's that. It's 20 and 28. Very strange, but okay. Oh, well, I just missed it. Okay, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then get rid of these. Okay, we got the lightning. So this one we can actually adjust it correctly now. Okay. So it's gonna be like from, I think that might be good. So we hit play for each one. Maybe we'll go up a little bit more actually. That's what it's going to look like when we're done with it, which does not look great. So I think we'll go up just a little bit. I think that'll be okay. My one problem is this one looks so silly when it doesn't. But, I don't know, I think it'll be okay. Okay. Looks good there. Alright, and let's set these all back to the original. See what I mean? That looks quite silly. We'll have to see if we like it or not. Alright, and then what we're going to do is the fire potion, which is going to be very similar, or the evil fire potion is going to be very similar to the red fire potion. So let's go ahead and find that real quick. Where is it? Fire potion, right click, duplicate it. It's the evil fire potion. In the book, like, evilness is green, so that's why we have a green one for that. Evil potion. And I think the easiest way we're going to do this, I'm just going to make the fire green. And we might eventually make a sprite for this, but honestly, I think just tinting it green would be really cool. Like that. Yeah, that should be okay, because it's such a light color anyway that even if we tint it, it doesn't even look like we did that in the first place. So, now we have each potion. We have the fire potion, ice potion, boom potion, and the evil fire potion. We can go ahead back to the player. Into the player's script, we can add in each type of potion we have now. So let's paste 3 more of these below. Let's give them all a unique name. Ice potion. And boom potion, and then evil potion, and then this one here, let's go ahead, double quotes, look for ice potion. Same thing over here, let's go ahead, look for boom potion we just made. Yep, and then the last one we're gonna go ahead and look for evil potion. Okay. Evil potion. Nice. Alright, looks good there. Okay. Let's go ahead now and scroll down a bit. Let's locate where we have our potion stuff. Should be over here. So now we just need a couple. We need a match for this probably. Match. We're going to say item in use after global. And we're going to be looking for basically double quotes. I think it's, yeah, like fire P, IP, all that stuff. Fire P. And we're going to save no effect before it. and just scribe it here without the var, because we know we already have it. Doesn't like that. Not sure why. Oh, I have a space. That's why. It doesn't like when I do that. Okay, now we need to do the other types. Let's go ahead. Ice P is next. Then we're gonna need Boom P, and then Evil P. Okay, and then we need to change each one of these to match. Ice Potion, Boom Potion, Evil Potion. Nice. All right. Perfect. Okay. Now, if we go back here, we save what we got. If we go ahead and go back to our scene, start current game, we should be able to test it out and it should be working. All right, let's get ready. Let's see. Okay, we got Fire Potion, Ice Potion. Let's try both of them. Because I also want to make sure the adjustment is the same. So we throw this one, throw a close one. Perfect. I love the Fire Potion. Now there's a trick. We need to fix that because remember it should only be throwing it. So it's stuck. Let me see. Yeah, it's stuck on doing that. We need to fix that. But anyway, that's the Ice Potion. But see what I'm talking about? If I throw that, it looks like too much to the right. So we need to move it. I think we need to just move it a little bit to the left. Well, I don't know. I just wish it would just go up. I don't like the angle that it does. It's kind of silly. Because people don't see the rings as much, I think. Yeah, I think it's too much to the right. Let's adjust that. So for Ice Potion, let's go ahead. Back to game world, try it again. Or we do it as like random. We could also give it random values, but I kind of want to keep it the same. Yeah, I don't like that. It does like some auto thing. That way's fine, but it's the up and down way that I'm having problems with. I don't know if that's better. It's a little better, I guess. I don't know. I think we got to keep it in the center though. Even though it's curved, I think it's just angling it. So it's actually not that bad. Because it looks even more silly, I think, if I do that. Because if I keep it in the center, and I go back to it, and I go ahead, let's see. I knew the Ice Potion was going to be the worst one to deal with. Yeah, it's so lopsided looking. It's okay. It just looks tilted. Yeah, it's okay. It's not horrible. Let's try the fire again. Fire looks amazing. It's even a good size. I think even the ice size is a little silly. You know? Yeah, I think the ice size is even silly. But at least the circles still stay the same. Even though the ice shoots out to the right, at least the circles are a little bit more like that. So it's still icing it like that. I just really don't like how it is diagonal. I think that's quite silly. Unless I could go ahead and reverse it. Because I think what I could do is make these two go left and these two go right. I go to offset and I just flip it. Let's see how that looks. That might look worse, might look better. We shall see. Well, I'm not even in the game. That's like a little opening effect I have, because if you notice, if I hit play, you're gonna see like it opens kind of nice. See, I like that, like it kind of like opens like a square. I think it's a little fast, so I might slow it down. But let's see how this works now that I change the offset. I don't know. I wish I could see it. Looks even worse. Yeah, that looks really odd to me. It's okay, actually. It's a little better, but I think the problem with that is then I gotta do that for every single one. I don't know if I like that. I don't like having things so different. Yeah, okay. I think for now we can keep it, unless there's a better one. That's my only thing. If there's a better one we can use, I wish there was a double ice one. I just don't really think there is. There's this one. This one is a double one, so honestly, maybe we will use this one. Let's just try it. I just think this one's gonna be way too big. So 0, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, which is 5. So if I hit play now, yeah, that is a little better, I think. The problem is they're just enormous. I need to spread them out a bit. Or not, or we just keep it. It does kind of look like an ice patch. Because I want it to match with the fire. Let's see how that looks. I just think directionally that's going to look a lot better than what we had it at. Let's see. Alright, let's try it now. Yeah, that's much better, I think. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Sweet. Okay, much better. We're gonna keep that. Alright. That one's good. Let's try the other ones, though. We gotta do the lightning one, then the evil fire. I know the evil fire one's probably gonna be fine because I already love the fire effect. So let's try the boom one real quick, and then we'll try the evil fire one. So the boom one, I think, looks a little weird. I don't love the lightning. I think it's just silly looking. It looks so delayed. Like, it's okay. But, oh, I don't know. I think it's okay. We gotta fix this issue, because if I throw it right now, it's gonna use the mana and throw it really far. I don't know why it does that. It should only do that when we're holding it down. Because I think even if we use the sword, it shouldn't be doing that as well. So I have enough mana, but I still... Oops, I didn't hold it. If I use the sword when I have at least enough, let's see what happens. Yeah, it still does it. It's like stuck on that. I thought I fixed that in the last session. It's forgetting to turn it off, I think, unfortunately. I did fix this the last session, though. Let's see. No? Yeah, it's only... Well, it still does it, yeah. Very strange. Yep, it's still using my mana attack when I don't have mana charged. We just fixed this earlier. This is something to do with the timer effect, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, the potions work really well, though. I like how the potions work. I think they're good. Now, eventually, after this, we're going to have to do the ones where we add basically an amount. So we need to limit them depending on how much we have currently in our inventory. And we already have a counter for it, but we have to link the counter to the UI so the player knows. So what we're gonna do is, first we're gonna fix the mana issue because that is driving me crazy. Let's locate where that is. I think that's in somewhere silly. It was in this really annoying piece of code we have over here. Let's see. Handle animation, no. It was handle like mana attack or something. Yeah, here it is. It's this whole ugly if statement that is not liking it. Charged hit ready equals true. Global current mana. So we know we can't do that. Well, yeah, it still is charging, because what is happening right now, if I go ahead and do a print, and I'm looking for, I think it's like, wherever it is, I think it's like is charging, because is charging is definitely equaling false. So if I go in here and do is charging, it should always equal false unless I'm charging, because if I go in here, you're going to see a bunch of false, but eventually it should show true. See, false, false, false. But if we go ahead, use our sword, it auto does it. It still thinks we can. So for some weird reason, it's just true, wrong. It should only, it's, see what I mean? If I'm charging, oh, because we're charging. But we need a symbol for, what's it called? Current mana is using shield, charged hit ready. Charged hit ready. There we go. So charged hit ready is the one I'm looking for. Let's see. True, okay. See, it auto does it for some weird reason. See? What? See, it still says true, which is wrong. Not sure it's auto doing it. It's very strange. So it's turning it true somewhere. So what we can do is search for it. Charged hit timer. So I think what's happening is it's not turning this off. So maybe charged hit ready. Let's see, is it only doing it here? So the only way it's initiating it, equaling it true, is once our timer hits it. So this timer is being started somewhere, which is bad, when it doesn't need to hit. Charged hit timer. So if we go and look around here, let's see. Cats are driving me crazy. All right, charged hit timer. Let's see. Where is that initiating though? Let's go to player. Charged hit timer start is attacking. Okay. But when we are canceling it, because I think what's happening is it's not canceling it once we hit it. So I think when we hit, we need to turn it off. So this should stop it, and I think that's what's going on here. Charge hit timer. So let's go ahead. Let's see, released. Dot. And we're gonna do, can I do like a reset? Let's see. I want to set it back to its original, so dot. Let's say wait time. We need to set it back to what it was. So in the player, let's search for timers. And it's called charged hit timer. Okay, and it's 1 second long. Set it back to 1 second, and then we're gonna go ahead, drag and drop that in there, dot stop. Okay, perfect. So now, if we hit play, we should be able to see this working. Let's go ahead. So false, great, that's what we want. Okay. And then if we hold it down, there we go. False again. Nice, let's see. Nice. Okay, let's try with the potions just to double check it's working. So that was what we were having the big issues with. There we go. It's doing the short ranged attack. We hold it down. Perfect. And then we release again. Awesome. Okay. Looks good. I like it. That looks great. Okay. And then I guess the last one we need to check is this one. Yep, green fire looks great. Oh, but that's a problem. See the green fire? It's throwing the red one. We need to change that. And then still, I'm not really sure what we should do with the boom potion. I just think it's like, it looks so silly. Maybe I'll just find another animation for it. I want it to be more explosive. I feel like it's very like, I don't know. I don't think it looks that good. Let me know if you guys want to change that. Because it's really not hitting me good. Anyway, let's go ahead. Evil potion, sprite. Let's go ahead and change this to that color. Then if we go ahead, back to the game world, start it up, we should be looking pretty good. There we go, looks good there. Nice. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead, try the green potion one more time. Perfect. It throws it green, nice. I like it. I like it. Nice. All right, let's turn off the print. Let's see, go back to player. Locate the print statement we have here. Nice. And again, we're going to clean all this code up tomorrow or the next session, which could be later tonight. All right, so we got that working good. Now we just need to update the ability to basically remove potions in our inventory and only be able to throw them if we have any left. So let's go ahead, go into script. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is do it in the player inventory. So let's see here. This is going to have to be done when we're initiating the throw. So let's find where we're doing that real quick. Here we go. All right, so this is sloppy, but we need to adjust it because again, we only want to be doing it if we have more than one, okay? So I'm just gonna, again, we're gonna do it sloppy just because I'm gonna adjust this all once we get it done. Once we get it done, then we can adjust it. But I just wanna make sure it works right now, okay? So the easiest way to do this, that's the sloppy way, is for each one we surround with parentheses, and we're just gonna do a global dot, and I think it's called current, let's see, I think it's in current items. Let me double check it. So if we go to our global and we look for, here we go. Yep, it's going to be in current items. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Current items. And we're going to go to player. Current items. And okay, we're going to look for the first one for fire, which we know is going to be 1. And then we know which one it's going to be in there, which is going to be also 1. Because we go back to it, it's going to be 0, 1, and then 1 as well, because that's 0. Okay? And again, we don't want to throw any potions unless we have enough. So let's go ahead, back in the player. Yeah, we don't want to do any of this, actually. We actually just want to return immediately once we do that. So let's go ahead and do all that. And let's do, after this entire thing, let's do an else. And then we're going to return. Well, I don't know. I think we could still use mana. Like, we'll see how it looks. We can add that in later. For now, I just want to make sure it works with throwing it. So there we go. We need that, and we need this for each one. So let's copy that. Surround it with a parenthesis. And again, paste it. This one's going to be 2. Let's do the next one. This one's going to be 3. And then 4. Nice. Okay, I like it. Perfect. Okay, so now it's not going to throw unless we have something in it. Or actually, we didn't do any of that yet. We need to add that part. So what we're going to say is greater than or equal to 1. Because we don't want to throw any potions unless we have a value in there. Okay. And let's go ahead, paste those. Paste those. And then paste below. Alright, sweet. Okay, once that happens, we also need to minus them. So let's copy this value. Once we do end up throwing it over here, depending on which one we throw, we need to minus equals at least 1. That's going to be for the fire. It's going to be for the ice. It's going to be for the boom. And the last one for the evil potion. Perfect. Oopsie. Okay. Nice. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Looks good there. Okay. So we have all that set. Now we need to test it. So I'm going to put like 2 potions for fire potion. Let's start this up, make sure we can throw 2 of them. Let's see. Fire potion. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the problem is it still shows it, which is silly. That's what I'm saying. We need to do a return, because we shouldn't even be able to spacebar anything if we're holding a potion, and we don't have any potions. My thing is, I don't want any potions to be visible. So even though we don't have any, can we still use mana though? Let me see. Yeah, we can't. That's great, okay? Because I was worried that it was still going to do it. So let's try again. I just want to make sure we can use mana while we have them. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it's because, yeah, we are using mana. Okay. Good. But it's not using up mana. Okay. So I think the simple fix we'll do with that is we can do that inside the script itself. So we'll do that in another script to make it not visible. Because I still want to be able to interact with things. Because let's say we're out of potions, but I want to interact with, like, something. And we could even punch, too. I'm okay with punching. I think it's silly. But, you know, maybe it'll be okay. Alright. Let's go ahead, though. Back in the player. Charged items. Which is under here. And let's see. And for each hand, I think that's where it initiates the sprite. So, yeah, we need to make sure that this is true. So we need to make sure we have an amount to make any of the potions visible. So again, what we're going to do, same thing we've done before. We're going to do global. Dot items. I think it's items in inventory. Current items, current items. is it current? Yeah, current items. And again, we're looking for the first one, and then the amount. And we just want to make sure it's greater than or equal to 1. If that's the case, then we can make that true. If not, we're just going to leave it as is. We're just going to turn everything off. And don't forget the F. Perfect. Okay, so now we just need to do this for each potion type, and that'll fix the visibility of it. Because again, I don't want to see a potion in our hand if we actually are out. It kind of gives us the wrong type of illusion. Let's do this one. And let's go ahead, 3. And the last one, 4. All right, now if we go ahead, back 2D view, yeah, we could just do the player. And we go ahead and start this up. You're gonna see that we no longer can see the potions if we run out. So we have a potion here. Let's see, we're holding a potion, we throw 1, 2, 3, or 2, I guess. How many do we have? So I only thought we threw 2. Unless there's a glitch. There might be a glitch because maybe if I throw it too fast. Let's see. So I thought we have 3, so I can throw 3. 1, 2. Maybe I only have 2. What? Oh, I think I forgot to do equals or something. Let me double check that. Minus equals 1, minus equals 1. No, I thought we had 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, I put 2. That's why. Okay. Never mind. It was 3. I was right. Okay. So now I should be able to throw 3, and then we shouldn't be able to even hold any more. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. And then, yep, can't throw anymore. Perfect. Okay. Now we just need to update all the UI. Now that is going to be a little tricky, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be okay. We're going to have to adjust and see what we got there. I think the easiest way we can do it is just update it based on whichever one it is. So let's go ahead, close there, pointer tool, save what we got. Let's go into, I think it's, let's see where it is. Hotbar, and we know this one has 1 for each. Because I think what we did is we just attached a label to each one. So I think the easiest way to do this, go to the slot. I think it's the same one. Let's double check it. Yeah, okay. Let's find the process function if we have one. Yep. Is back button on equals true? Yeah, I don't really care about that. But what I do care about is we want to update each label to the correct one. So we're going to do fire potion label dot text equals, and we're simply going to do, again, global dot, let's see, inventory or current inventory, no, current items, and we're looking for the correct one for fire potions, which should be that. Perfect. Okay, now we just need to go ahead and do this for each type. So let's go ahead, ice potion, boom potion, evil potion, and just copy the whole thing here, paste it in for each. Then we're going to change that, for that, and for that. Now, again, I think we might be okay with this being the slot number thing. I don't think we're going to need to change anything for that unless I did create another script for it. So let's double check that. So that's going to make it work for there, but oh, you know what? It's not going to do that because I want to make it a double digit. So we're going to need a piece of code to do that, but no worries. Let me make sure though it is correct. So if I go into, let's see, bag, and then, oops, let me see. Not party, not nav arrows, inventory page. Okay, is slot the same script? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay, so we don't need to add that anywhere. What we do, though, need to do is we need to go ahead now And make sure this equals. So I want to make sure this always equals 2 zeros. Let me get a piece of code for that. I used to do it in another one, but let me just kind of look up how to do it real quick. It's probably just, we just need to adjust the type of text. Should be something super simple. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, we just need to do this little symbol here, which should transform it into what I want to be that double digit thing. I just think it looks kind of cool compared to keeping it a single digit. And we're always going to max out of potions at 99, I think, because I think if we get above that, that's crazy. But honestly, if people like grind enough, they could probably get 99 potions of something. I don't know how useful it'll be though, because I'm not going to make them like super overpowering. I really want to make the potions good for like puzzles or maybe certain specific things when you're fighting a boss. I don't want them to have like just overwhelming power. Let's go ahead, start that up. So we should have 0 for everything except for the fire potion. Well, here's the issue though, is I think that this is only going to work. Let's see, text. Why does it not like text? Oh, because it's not stringified. Because this is a digit. So we need to go ahead, stringify this whole thing. Because right now I think it's just an int. So we need to go ahead and stringify it. It's like 2string or something. There we go. Is it even going to let me do that? It's because that, probably. It's silly. Oh, you know, what is going on here? Let me turn this off. Okay, 2string. Why can't I 2string this? I think I did it wrong. Interesting. Why? So, we got 2string. Is it just string and I'm being silly? No. Why can't I turn that to string? I think it's because this here doesn't like that. But what we could do is just change it. Interesting. Let me get the quick fix for this, because I have no idea how to fix that. I think we just need to adjust calling it a string. Interesting. Let's double try it. Yeah, it doesn't like too many arguments for string call. It's saying there's 2 things in here. Weird. Well, what we could do, because this is going to be annoying, so we could just copy this. And then we could just say fire value. And then we can do that. And that should fix it. Wow, it still doesn't like that. What in the world? Huh. Weird. Where's this error coming from? How do I copy that then? Very strange it doesn't like that. Why? Yeah, I bet it's because... Weird. Why is it not like that? I wonder if it's like not giving me a number out of this because it doesn't think it is. But that should be technically just this. Current items. Maybe, wait a minute. Am I not using the right word for this? Oops, I'm in the wrong one. No, I'm using current items. Weird. Maybe it's because it doesn't think it's... And then... Oh, come on. Man, it doesn't like that. Huh. I think it's... Yeah, it's not pulling in my... Because I'm doing... 0... So 1 and 1 should just be 3. Very strange. What if I just do this? Maybe it's not gonna hate me if I do this. What in the world? Huh. Yeah, but it is a string now. What? Weird. I'm doing something silly. What am I doing wrong here? It's an array. I got that one there. 0, 1, and 1. Very strange. You know what? I think... I don't know. Let's try this. But this is going to get me the same error, probably. Yeah, so it still doesn't like this because it's a text. But let me do one thing real quick, because I think this is wrong. Huh. Let me make sure this is the value I'm looking for, because that doesn't make any sense. I just want to make sure I can see it. So it should be 3. Yeah, what? Okay. And if I throw it, it's 2 now. Okay. That's strange. Why does it not want to make my text out of that? Why can't I not turn that into a string? Weird. Huh. I think I'm doing 2 string wrong here. Yeah, that is so silly to me. Thinks I'm receiving 2 arguments, which makes no sense. Too many arguments for 2 string call expected. Oh, you know what? No. Let me try this. Does it think it's like a function instead? No way. If this works, that would be insane. That must be a new update, because I don't remember doing that at all. No way. Let's try that. I don't think that's gonna work. If it does, that's weird. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna work. try it. Very strange, but it's not a string. Let's see. I don't think that will work. Unless that is already turning into a string. That would make more sense to me. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, of course it's not going to work. Let me do current items. This is quite silly. I think it might be messed up. This is totally not going to fix it at all. It's not a string, is it? Oh, you know what? Maybe it is a string. I'm being silly. No, it's totally an integer. What in the world? Yeah. I knew this is there must be an update to this because I don't know why. You know why? It's because it's not the same for each one. I bet that's why. Image. Okay, so this is for the hotbar, I think. But if we go into an item here, no, it's the same one. It should be image. Fire P label. Unless one of these doesn't have it. So one of these doesn't have it. Weird. Why do one of the slots not have it? Oh, you know what? I bet it's the backpack. That's what it is. It's the backpack. Duh. Because one of these has the slot. I just combined it. That's my own fault. Okay. But now it should work. We might still need to stringify things. Three, perfect. Okay. And let's see if we throw it. 2, 1, perfect. There we go. Awesome, I like it. All right, so now we can throw potions and run out of potions. Perfect. Looks good to me. All right, let's double check it again. Make sure I can put it in all the boxes. Yes, I can. Let's try this one. Perfect. Okay. I like it. Okay, good, good, good. All right, nice. Okay, so now we just need to collect potions. Super easy. We're just gonna create an item for that. Let's go ahead. And how we're gonna do this, I'm just gonna use actually the potion itself, except remove everything and give it like a collision. That'll just delete itself and add on to the player if they run into it. Super easy. So let's go ahead, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna create a new components for this. Call it collectibles. All right, collectibles. And we're gonna duplicate, let's say, fire potion. Okay. Let's do, yeah, fire potion. Collect. Fire potion item. Fire potion item, put that into collectibles. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I want to make it the same scale and everything else. Let me delete most of these though. Or at least close them for now. I don't like how fast that is. I think we could make that a little slower. We'll adjust that later. Okay, fire potion item. So we don't need any effects for this. We don't even need a timer. And we do need the sprite. We don't need the script anymore. We're going to create a new script. Potion item. And let's put this in scripts. Let's make a new one here. Collectibles. Let's go ahead and create that. Sweet. Okay. And all we're going to do in here, we are going to give it an area 2D. Just so we can give it a collision box. Give it a collision shape. Okay. Let's give it a new shape. I don't know why I can't see it. What? Oh, because it's invisible. Okay. Nice. Okay. And then let's go ahead and just do like, let's do an export type. And equal this to nothing. Let's start. Then as we go to here, area entered, or better yet, body entered actually. If body dot is underscore in underscore group of player then we're going to go ahead and actually for type, just to make this a lot easier, I'm going to do an integer type, and we're going to say if type equals, we know that fire potions are 1, so if they're 1, then we're going to go ahead, get our global, oopsie, global dot current items. And we're going to add specifically, well, this one's going to be 1, and then 1. But to make it a little nicer, we're going to do this. And let's see, we could do a match actually instead of this to make it look a little nicer. And let's go ahead. There we go. A lot nicer. Why is that yellow? Expression. This may line have to move. Yeah, well, that's the point. Silly. Okay. 2. 4. Now let's go ahead. Yeah, perfect. Everything's good there. And then outside of that, yeah. Well, I don't really care if it's only if the player runs into it. We'll do a cue free. Perfect. Okay. It's because of that. Because I think if I do that, it's gonna be fine. Nope. That's silly. Well, it's always going to have a type, depending on what we save it as. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Okay. We could make it fade away after a while too. I think that'd be kind of cool. So we don't have too much junk just laying around. But for now, I think it's okay. So for the fire potion item, this one is going to be 1. Alright, and then we need to duplicate this a couple times. Duplicate it. Ice potion. Let's go ahead. Ice potion. What are we going to do? Change it to blue. There we go. It's 2. Change the name. It's today. It's Tuesday. Okay. Alright. Got our ice potion. Now we need the other one. Let's duplicate it. The boom potion. Okay. Boom potion. And what we're gonna do, change color. Now we need the green one. Don't forget though, this is 1, 2, this is 3. And then we need the last one, the evil potion. Alright, evil potion. Change the sprite. And then the type, which is 4. Nice. There we go. Alright, now we should be able to collect potions. Well, one thing we do actually need to do is give the player body a group tag. So select player, node, groups, lowercase player. Now, if we go to the game world, we drop a couple potions for them to collect. Evil potion, fire potion, ice potion. Well, did I actually add the add ability to it though? Let's double check that. Go into the script, get rid of all this junk. Yeah, we didn't. Duh. So we need plus equals 1. Probably why that thing's giving me that dumb little error. Perfect. Okay, now if we go back here. Back over here. Open that up. And we really do need something for health also. I didn't really think about that. So, can we collect our potions? Let's see. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Can we use them now? Yes, we can. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Hello, Alien Bee. We are making my new game, Oblation. This game is really cool and important to me. It's like our first official big game with a story. It's also a collaboration with a good friend of mine who wrote a book called Oblation. It's like a fantasy dark adventure. Right now, I'm working on kind of like the basic fundamentals for the game, like the character's movement, inventory management. We just wrapped up pretty much the potions, like throwing the potions, collecting them, using different mana attacks with the potion. The next thing we're going to be working on is our final inventory item, which is going to be this guidance staff. Basically, when we use the staff, it's going to give us kind of like a hint what to do in the main story. So with that, we're going to work on that next. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions on it. So far, though, the game looks pretty cool. Just your traditional like top-down style adventure game. Pretty similar to like a Legend of Zelda game. I'm gonna have like some really cool little dungeon puzzles and just different boss battles. But overall, I really like how it's going so far. If you don't mind though, maybe please wishlist the game and spread the word about it. We're trying to get to 1,000 wishlists before we publish. We're getting pretty close, but it would be nice to hit that mark before we can release sometime in December. Yeah. Well, let's get started on the final thing, which is the staff, though. And then we can finally kind of end some of the inventory stuff. Yep. All right, so the staff, we need to do a couple things with it. We need to initiate the like pop-up box that we have. So we'll have to do that. Let me double check something, then we'll go ahead. All right, let me try. Okay, so, all right, we got our staff. Now, we don't really care about mana usage, and we don't even need a visible thing with the staff. We're just going to kind of use it, and like I said, the text box is going to appear at the bottom. Now, the best way to go about this, let's see. It's going to be in the player, and we're probably going to have a new box area for this. Now, I don't want it to be, I want it to be below the actual bag, but I do want it to be above the in-game UI. So let's create a new one of these. Canvas layer. Let's go ahead and let's call this something. Let's call this maybe staff guide, staff message. We're gonna have a message for each, like, we're gonna need like 2 messages probably. 2 messages for each area. Well, maybe not each area. Maybe like every individual area, I think. 2 would probably be nicer, but I don't know how we're going to do that because currently how the game is going to save, if I remember, let's see. We have like a saving system for this. So main mission is always going to be an integer. So unless we want to do like 2 integers for each saving area, which we can do, that might actually be kind of nice. So we'll have like 2 kind of big areas, which kind of makes sense though, because like if you think about it, let's say we arrive at a new boss area, like a big mansion, and we have to like arrive at it. So first thing to do is of course get in the mansion so we can save outside of it. That's a new saving point. We go in the mansion, we get through the first couple puzzles, and then we get kind of near the boss battle. Then I guess we get another save point near the boss battle, but we basically will need some kind of hint to help defeat the boss. So okay, I kind of get that. We should have 2, so each integer will be like a point in it, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see how we can do this. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, staff's messages. So, like I said, we're gonna need specific boxes that appear. So let's do the first one. Let's see, how can we do this the easiest way? Because there's gonna be a lot of if statements. Or a lot of match statements if we do it the way I'm thinking. We need a node 2D first. House everything. Messages. And then we're going to need another one. Another node 2D. And let's just call this L1, I guess, to make it easy. We're going to have 2 messages for L1. Okay. So we'll do message 1 and message 2. Okay, so message 1, let's do this one first. Now, the text boxes, are we gonna make them purple? Because that's kind of how like all the UI looks in this game so far. I don't know if I like that for that. It would probably fit the theme really well. So maybe. I just feel like it might get kind of tiring reading purple. Just a lot of purple. Let's try it. Let's go ahead, add color rect for this. Honestly though, we're probably gonna need a message box for this. We're probably gonna make this its own scene, so let's actually do another node 2D. And just call this text box. Okay, text box. Color rect. Okay, first color box. I don't want it to be too big or too small. Let's go like there. And let's do like about the middle. How does that look? It's okay. Alright, that's okay for now. You can always adjust it later. Just want to make sure it's somewhat centered. Perfect, okay. Fine with me. Let's change the background color to like a black. I just like the black border of it pretty much. Now I just need this to match the UI color we have. I think it's this color. Okay, and then we need to shrink this to match the borders. So let's do it like that. How does that look? A little thicker. Let's see. That's okay. I don't hate it. Does that match? Somewhat. Somewhat matches. Yeah, it's not horrible. Let's see. Alright, that's a little, I like it being a little more thick. Let's see how that compares to that. It's a little thinner over there, but I don't hate it. That looks really good. Let's double check it. Let's see, that looks good. That clearly matched. That's matched too. Okay. I think we're good. Nice. Okay, that's gonna be our text box. And then I think it'd be cool to have like at least an image for whatever we're talking to. Even though we're talking to the staff, we're still gonna need some kind of like face for it. So we have the text box outline, okay? But there's also something we need in the text box, which is gonna be kind of like the close button. There's gonna be a next button and a close button, because some characters will have 2 words, I think. Well, yeah, we're gonna need some with like multiple text. At least some with like 2 to 3, depending on if it's a very like something, you know? And I think eventually we'll have like a cool like kind of like doo-doo-doo-doo or some kind of animation with the text. For now though, we'll just keep it as static, I think. Keep it simple. So we have that there. Let's see. All right. We need the buttons now. I'm gonna put that in the text box because it should be the same for everything. Node 2D. All right. Let's do which kind of button. So we'll do a next button and then we'll do a close button next. Button. Next button. Spray 2D. And there's a nice X and a nice arrow button we can use. So let's go into UI. Or better yet, we'll just look in the assets pack. And then that UI, I think it's dialogue. Yes, no, there's a better one. Where is it? Where is our next button? Theme, maybe? Here we go. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we can adjust the other one, and I have a cool way we can do that. So we need the right arrow. Hover, just the right arrow. And this, we're gonna put, well actually, let's put it on top of it. Come on, grab it. There we go. Let's go ahead, increase the size, change the texture to nearest. Let's do like a 5. Let's see. Let's go ahead. And it's a little. What is hover? Does hover look better? I want it to be kind of bright. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, let's do hover. And let's go ahead and increase that a bit more. Well, maybe not. I don't know. That might be okay. That's okay. And I want to do lower. The reason why I want to do lower is so we can get text above it too. It really depends on what we want to do with that. I just think it's a huge text box because you got to imagine, like, that's insane. This is too big. I want it to be like this big. Yeah, that's a huge text box. Let's, well, I don't know. I do want it to cover like most of the buttons because if this is a mobile game too, we want it to cover the buttons. And the player can't move or anything once this is happening. So let's see. Do we want it to be a little smaller? Just a little bit. Just a bit smaller. So let's do a couple here. We'll do like a couple going in. It's like there. And then a couple more going into there. Just to match it a bit. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. No, I wanted to hold that one. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. Then let's go ahead. Let's go in a bit more here. Yeah. In a bit more here as well. Yeah, there we go. How do we like that? Sweet. I like that. That's a lot better sizing. Okay, perfect. All right, and then the arrow button. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe a little lower. And then I think when this arrow is active, we'll give it like a blinking effect. Yep, okay. Next button. Then we need the actual button itself on it. And what we're gonna do, button next. Let's see. What do we need here? Yeah. No, wrong. Put the button inside of that, and then do this. Then we want to make this a theme, flat button. Well, that wasn't right. Click and draw. There we go. And then this one, yeah, we need to adjust this a bit. Why is that so big? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's because we adjusted it, but holy cow. It's massive. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, all right, we are going to, let's see what we got. Let's do something. Let's go into the Theme override, styles, and let's see, focus. I need to turn that off because that's going to give it like this weird looking, this very strange white outer rim, and I don't want that. But we'll keep it like that for now, okay? Nice. Let's save that. Next button. Now we need close button, okay. Close button. Okay, for close button, we need to change the name of this one as well. Button close. Okay, and this one is going to be silly, but it's okay. Because, well, I don't know. I thought there's an X we can use here. Or I might need to make one real quick. I can probably just make one real quick. Let me make one real quick. And then we can use like a nice X. Let me do that real quick. That's not what I wanted. Nope. How do I do that? It's totally not what I wanted. Here we go. Okay. Where is that? The right one we're using? Almost done. I'm just making a quick sprite to be an X. I just duplicated both sides of it, and I'm just kind of changing it to match. And that looks really good. Sweet. Okay, let me adjust that. And then let me export it, and then we should be set. It's going to be massive, though, because it's ridiculously huge. Oh, wait, I can just do 30. Well, I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. Sweet. Okay, I have the thing I want to use. Let's put it inside of custom items. And we'll rename it because the name is silly. Where'd it go? Yeah, rename it. X. Okay, fine. Better than nothing. See what I mean? But that does look cool. Even though it's huge, it is going to work pretty well. Okay. Let's shrink it, because it's freaking enormous. Still enormous. 0.2? No. 0.4. Better. 5. Let's double check. You can check the pixels. A little bit of a slither. 4.5. Might be perfect. There we go. Okay, and now we just want to place it kind of in the center of where it was. So let's see. kind of just want to make sure it's somewhat centered. Where the other one was. Perfect. I'm okay with that. Okay. Perfect. Button close. Button next. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we have each button selected. Nice. Alright, like it. And these will flash just so they know what to do. I don't know, I think the X is huge compared to that, but I guess it does make sense because it is going to close out of it. And I did like how it was like at least somewhat of the same. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can deal with it. Okay, sweet. So now we need the kind of like the visibility. So we need to do, what do we need for this? Probably another Sprite 2D. And we need to go back into UI. Let's see, UI dialog. Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna put that in there. Let's increase. It's like 3. Texture inherited, it's clean. Oh, I don't know. That's a little small. Maybe we should just make it real tight. Honestly, I don't know. I want to make it like inside of it at least, but that is just huge. Let's get the next one now. Okay. I think scaling wise, these things are a little funky looking. Let's do 3.5. That's a good one, but is it not like, I still think it's too big of a box, if that makes sense. Because like, I don't know. Like it's okay, but I just think it's too big. And even the buttons are huge. Like, let's double check the buttons real quick, because I know, yeah, that's gonna surround it, I'm pretty sure. Like if I turn off that, it should darken the whole thing out. Let's double check. Theme, turn off theme. Well, that is definitely wrong. Yeah, it's totally wrong. We need that to surround the entirety of it. Okay. Same thing with this one. Did I not do that one too? Let me double check it. No, that one's good. Go back to flat. Same thing here. Let's go back to flat. I just think the buttons are huge. They need to shrink. They're way too big. Let's shrink these just a bit. Let's do like 5. That's a lot better. Same thing here. Well, here we're gonna have to go to, we were at 4.5, so we need to go 3.5. That is so not right. 3, well no. 3.5. What did we do wrong here? Oh, 0.35. Yeah, okay, that's a good size, but I still think the box is too big. We need to shrink it a little bit, just a little bit, because I want to emphasize the character face, and I can't do that if the rectangle's too big. So again, let's just shrink it a bit on the left. Let's go like that much more. Maybe a little bit more. And then again, shrink it a bit. How does that look? A little too close for comfort. Yeah, great, okay. Then we need to recenter the entire text box, because that is not centered. That might be centered. Perfect. Okay. Then the buttons, though, we gotta move those over a bit. Go down a bit. Let's see. That's okay. I don't hate. Maybe a little more over. Let's leave one of them open. That looks a lot better. I like that. Let's see how the X looks. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Sweet, okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave the closed one open just because the hint is only always gonna be one page, I think. Okay. So, let's see, we got the box ready, we got that ready. Now we just need a couple small things. So we have the text box, that's super important. Now we just need something like a reusable message. Okay, so message 1, we have the text box. Now we need the face. Let's write 2D. Face. For face, we need icon. No. You know what? I think I know where this is. This is gonna be inside actor. And let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use the bamboo guy because it looks like a stick. We're gonna have to adjust it because it looks silly, but that's okay. I can adjust that real quick, actually. Let me do that. And we'll add a nice little stick face. So let me locate that. I'm just gonna remove it, because right now, all right, let me show you why. Let me show you why this looks silly. It's because it looks like a bamboo guy with a head on it. I don't want that. I need it to just look like a staff. So, let's go ahead and just show you what I mean. See, he looks like a little bamboo guy. That is no good. We want him to be a stick, which I'm just gonna remove the eyes and the mouth. And then I think it'll look like a stick. And remove the arms too. Eventually we'll make it a little bit more detailed, but I think for now, I just have to be doing it. So let me do that, and then let me increase it a little bit. Let's see if I go a little lower. Can I go a little lower? Oh, I just don't think it's gonna look good. That's actually okay. Yeah. See, I like the face, but it looks like a bug, and it doesn't look good. So let me adjust it and then take off the eyes, and then I'll take off the mouth, and then maybe get rid of the arms. Because it does look like a stick. Like, it looks like a stick. I think it looks like a stick. So let me... let me adjust it. It's called bamboo, right? Bamboo red or something? Bamboo yellow. Where is that? Oh, they spelled it silly in here. Bamboo yellow. Oh, I'm in the wrong. It's a monster, technically. Sweet. Okay. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, we need to adjust the eyeballs. Definitely. So that is silly. Oh, that's not gonna work. don't need the little arms. Oh no, 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 no. Not good. And let me adjust. And again, this is not gonna probably stay how it is. I think eventually we will adjust it. But for now, I think it's okay. It could be better, it could be worse, like whatever. I think for now though, it's not bad. I just want it to look like the staff. And I think it's okay. Maybe I add a little yellow in the middle. Because in the book, it's supposed to be like a sap. Like it's supposed to like leak like sap, if that makes sense. And the top part here just kind of looks like, I don't know, red. It looks too hollow. I think we need to have a little bit of staff, like sap in it, basically. So let me adjust a little bit more. And then we'll be good to go. We can just use it as is. Yeah, this looks good. I like how I changed it up a bit. Interesting. Let me go a little lighter. No. Just a little bit lighter. Huh. That's okay. Maybe a little darker. Need to adjust the color. That's not good. A little bit darker. Perfect. Alright, you'll see it in 1 second. I just edited it, now I just gotta download it. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Let me rename it and then we can put it in. Stick face. Alright, oh, I didn't put a good spot for it though, hold on. Let me put it somewhere nice. Like in the custom items one. There we go. And then we put it on the face. It's gonna be enormous. That's a little better, I think, to represent the stick. But then again, we can always change it down the road. Let's go ahead, shrink it a whole lot. So that is huge. 0.5. Nope, less than that. 3. A little bit less. 2. Nope, too small. 5. A little bit bigger. 6. Maybe one more? 6.5? That's not bad. Let's see, are we too much to the left? Nope, we're okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so that'll be like the stick image, I think. We might adjust that because I think it looks silly, but it's better than nothing. It kind of looks like the staff a bit. Alright, nice. Okay, so we have the staff head. We have the text box. Now we just need the actual message, and we need some text for that. So, we need a good text. So let's go ahead. I just want it to be white text, I think. I think anything else will look a little silly. So, message 1, let's give it some text. Give it a label. And let's adjust it just a bit. And I think that might be a little low bottom. And we need to give it a font that we want to use. I think I'm going to use the same font as the one we used in the opening game. So let's do that. Let's locate fonts. Or I think I even downloaded a better font too. Let me make sure. Font, yeah. Well, this might have been for the, let me double check. Hello. I don't know if I love that. Let me increase the size so I can actually see it though. Let's do 50. It's okay. I just don't want it to be all caps. I think all caps looks a little ridiculous. That looks super ridiculous. Let's see. Did my asset pack come with something? Probably. Okay. UI, dialogue, font, here we go. Maybe their font is nicer. Because I just want a little pixelated. That is nicer. I'm okay with that. We might change it, I think, in the long run, but that's okay. The staff. I just wanted to be able to see caps. Oh, I really don't like that, though. We're going to have to double space each time. That's really annoying, but it's okay. Can I adjust the spacing, though? I don't think I can. No, I don't think I can. Whatever, that's fine. The staff. Is blah 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 blah. We'll just say the staff is vibrating to. Whoa, that looks horrible. See what I mean? There's no space in this. It looks silly. I don't know if I like this one. This one looks silly. We might even need to do 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Vibrating to, let's just say the west. 1, 2, 3. And I don't want it to do that. We want it to be a little smart. So, there's a way it won't be like. Hold on, let's see. I want to wrap. Trim, wrap, nope, nope. I don't know. Well, that's totally not what I wanted it to do. Not what I wanted it to do. Okay, this is annoying. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to do it manually. I knew there was a way you could do this though. Trim spaces. No, don't do that. Trim spaces. No. Let me go back. There's a way you can do this. Nope. I want it to force characters. Line spacing? What's space spacing? Whatever, it's fine. We'll set an enter. Oh, I forgot to say staff. Cool. Ooh, we also gotta do it too, I guess. That's okay. Sweet, okay. Again, I don't love that font, but it works for now. I just need a bulkier one because that one's okay. I just think it's kind of hard to read, and I hate when I can't like read what the heck is going on. I think that's super silly. I think it's kind of big too. Maybe I'll shrink it a bit. Yeah, I think it's a little big, at least for this one. Oh, that looks ridiculous. Let's do 45. And then, do we want to shrink it? Let me see. I want it to be in the center. That's my own problem. Because if I don't do it the way I just did it, so I only want it to be 2. If I go down a bit, can I center it a little bit? Top center. There we go. And then just go up a little bit. How's that look? That's okay. And then maybe a little bit more to the left. Perfect. Okay. I like that. Still think it's a little big. Can I go a little smaller? How's that look? I can fit about, I want to fit 5 words though, that's my problem. I could probably fit 5 with that. Yeah. But now I could probably put the 2 back. And then I could do it there. To the west. Okay. That's good. Okay. That looks good. I like it. The staff is vibrating to the west. Okay. But we need multiple messages. So the only things we're going to have to change is simply label and face. Message 1. Okay. Huh. Vibrating. To the alley. To the alley. Let's say alley. Because that's what's going to happen in the first one. And then let's do message 2. Let's see. What is going to happen in the next one? So he gets to the alley, he starts the training with Carve. He has puzzles to fight. The staff is vibrating to the north. Let's make sure I can add that though. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, I don't hate that. That's okay. Perfect. Okay, that's gonna be message 1 and 2. Only other thing that's annoying is we need to turn this off. Okay. So we need to be able to turn this off with the X button, which we can do. By creating a script for messages. That's going to be in UI probably. Scripts, UI, messages. Okay. And then what we do, at least for the close buttons, which we can do right now, is close the UI. Yeah. So if we go to this messages, pressed, then all we're gonna do is do a self dot visible false. Cool. Awesome. Super simple. And eventually we'll initiate this to be visible if we're in the UI. So what we could do is under process. Well, do we want a global variable for this, or do we want... I guess we could have a global variable for this. In message. We need two then. We need one specifically for being inside a UI, and then we need another one specifically for being in this one. So let's see. Yeah, we need our process function, definitely. Process. Process, there we go. We don't need delta. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a if global dot, I think bag and use is the same thing, but that's not gonna make sense because we need a new variable for this. In UI, in, let's say, yeah, we'll just say in now, text UI, and global dot in, well, technically we don't even care about this one. I don't care about this one, but I do care about the other one. It's global in, what is the staff UI? Staff UI, if staff UI. We'll do visible equals true. Okay, and we're gonna take this, and we're gonna equal that to false when it happens. Okay, that's okay. And then we're going to go ahead. We need to initiate this, but we also need to create it because I don't even think it exists yet. So in our UI, let's go ahead. Create a new one here, var. And we're going to clean this up eventually because this is sloppy. In staff UI. We also need to remember to reset it when we quit the game. Okay. Very strange why it's not going away. Why? Oh, I think it's because it's not being accessed anywhere. So in staff UI, bool equals false. In staff UI equals false. Okay. Okay, and then we need to go to player. Well, we didn't do it right technically yet, actually. Because we need to set the right message. So, process. If global dot, we need to just do our current main mission equals 1. If that's the case, we want to make this one visible. Dot visible equals true. Okay, perfect. And then we want to turn them all off. We'll create a function to turn off all the ones. Function turn off messages. False. Same thing. And we'll do this for each one. I know this is going to be repetitive, but it is a good way to do this. Okay, and then then we're going to run that before we run that to give the illusion that it's not working. Awesome. Okay, turn off messages. Perfect. Okay. Sweet. Nice. Okay, now, what are we going to need to do now? We are going to need to initiate this to turn it on. So let's take global staff in UI and go to the player now. And let's see, when we use hit, player hit animation, blah, 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 all this stuff. We don't care about mana. Yeah, we don't care about mana. But we do care about if global item in use equals our staff. We're going to go ahead, staff in use equals true. Does it like it? Yes, it does. Okay. So I think that should work there. The only other issue we might have to fix is basically when we don't want to be able to move around and attack anymore when we're in a text UI. So I think it would be better for us to just like freeze stuff if we can do that. So let me double check, because we already do that, I think, when we're in the inventory. Because if I go here, let's turn all this off though. Yeah, all those guys are off. I think that can stay on actually. Yeah, that's fine. But we are going to turn you off initially, like that. And then we're going to go ahead. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, take the staff. That is not working. Interesting. Okay, so we're using staff, but it's not initiating it. Why is it not turning it on? Global staff in use. Visible true. Oh, well, this is why, because we didn't set any of the missions. We are starting at mission 0. Perfect, okay. Problem is we can still move around. And that button doesn't work. Did it work? Let it load. Interesting. I think it, no, it's not clicking, because it would show us if it was clicking. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Close button. Let's just hit play. We want to make sure that it's still working. Okay, that makes me feel like it's not doing it correctly. Yeah, so what's happening here is it's running it over and over again, not giving us the ability to turn off unless I'm like really fast at it. So that's not going to work. And the reason it's doing that is because of this. So we need to adjust it because I want to turn them all off initially. So let's try this out for size, turn off, just opened. And then we're just gonna say just opened equals true. And what we're gonna do, and just opened equals false. And we'll again, just opened. I'm messing this up. Okay, it we get the staff button on and we do just open equals false. We're going to turn it off and make it equal true. Oh, but then we reset it to false when we close it. Yeah. And reset it to false here. Okay. That should fix that. Okay, let's do that. Let's double check it. Yeah, okay, and if I do this, there we go, okay. But I can still move around, which is not good. Now let me double check, oops. I think we already have something set up for this when we open the backpack up. Because if I go ahead, and let's close out of that, open backpack up. Well, I can't even tell if I'm moving because we have no background. Let's try it in the game world. Also, I'm going to turn off the original message. So yeah, let's close these. Let's close that one. Let's also close, yeah, the main. Okay, let's go to game world. And let's go ahead and double check. Okay, so let's try. Yeah, I can still move around. Okay, so we don't want to be able to move around and attack and stuff when we have. So we need to fix that. So I think what we should do is do like an in UI. If we're in UI, then we can't do anything. We need to like freeze the player. So let's go to global. And let's just do another variable because we're going to have different types of UI. We're going to have the UI for stores, for text boxes, just for a bunch of different stuff. So we're going to do an in UI, a bool type, equal to false. And let's go ahead and reset it though. Let me get to here. Okay, let's go to 2D. Let's double check what we need to do. All right, we need to go to script. What do we got? What do we got here? Bag stuff? No. Player. Okay. Okay, well, first off, we can try it with the staff. So, let's go ahead. And we can just set it in the staff script, actually. I don't even think we need to set it in here. So we could go into the staff script. So messages. And what we're going to do is just say equals true. Global, and then we'll reset that to false when we close it. Okay, and then we're going to go back into player because we don't want them to move and we don't want them to hit. So how can we prevent that all? Well, the inputs are all right here. So this is for attacking, shielding, blah, blah, blah. So we'll just say if in UI equals true. And we're going to do return. And now we need to do the same thing for moving though. So physics process probably, yeah, same thing. We don't want to do anything in here. So again, if global dot true, just do a return. And I'm pretty darn sure with that, it should work. Pretty sure. We might need to adjust the process, but I think it's okay. So now we go in here and we go ahead. Why is it not like that? In UI equals true. What? If global. Did I not even make that? Oh, well, that's why, because I did a double. Okay, save that change, close that, open it up. Now it should work. Okay, all right, so now we go ahead and, yep, can't move, awesome. The only thing I could see that could be an issue with this is if we're in like a fight, because we want to be able to get hit by things. So I don't think it will affect anything, but down the road, once we get to starting making our enemies, we're going to have an issue with that, I'm pretty sure. But if I close this, we can move again. Everything's working as expected. Still use our sword. Still mana attack. We can collect potions. Nice. Can we still throw? Yes, we can. Nice. Okay. Awesome. All right. Now we just need to do the same thing for when we use the bag, because currently we can still move around, as you can see, which is not good. We want to freeze in place. So let's go ahead. Go to where we open the bag up, which should be, let's see. Let's double check it. Player start. Yeah. Let's go ahead into, I think it's hotbar. Bag, okay. Yeah, bag script. We need to see the bag button. Yeah, open bag, okay. We just want to do again, global. Dot UI in UI, if it's true. And then we need to change this when specifically we go to, what is it? I don't even know, main menu maybe? No. Maybe. No. It's gonna be in here, in the bag. Bag stuff. Where's close? Here we go. Okay, we close the bag, then we change that to false. Perfect. And that should prevent us from walking around when we have the bag opened. Let's go ahead though. Try this now. Let's see. Okay, so now if we open, well, I can't test it here. We gotta have an in-game world. All right, let's try it now. Yep, we can't move now. Perfect. I'm using the arrow keys. We can't move. But overall, everything looks great. So I think we did it. We think we got everything pretty much working for each weapon type. We got the potions working. We got the staff working. Everything else seems to be still working. The sword, the wand, the hammer. Eventually, though, throughout the game, as we're making it, we will adjust it to make certain things we use have certain effects. We just don't have anything to interact with the world in it yet. But I think we're looking really good. I think next up, though, what we'll do in the next session, I think we'll start working on probably, I don't know, I think we should work on probably getting hurt and dying in the game. I think that would probably be ideal. Just because that's like kind of a core fundamental of this game, is like fighting enemies and attacking them. So maybe we'll make like one enemy type that will attack and get hurt, and then make sure we can have a successful game over. Once we have a successful game over, then we'll make sure that we can then start creating the next scene of the game. But I think with that, that'll be like the core fundamentals of the player. Now there are some little things we're gonna have to add in too, specifically like a money counter. I think we'll put in the left here, so like we can collect money so we can buy more potions or maybe even other things. Maybe the hammer itself will be something we have to buy in the game, or the wand really. I'm not really sure if we should do that or that. We could make it like really crazy to like buy them, like, especially the wand, because I think the wand is a little overpowering almost, because pretty much it can just heal you whenever you want as long as you are running away from the enemy. Because like literally you can just use it to heal yourself. It does use a lot of mana, but still, if it can automatically heal you, I think that's pretty cool. Overall though, I think we're looking really good though. Awesome. But just to recap with whoever's here and whoever's watching us in the future, this is the game Oblation, our first official game by Red Fool Studio. We're collaborating with a first-time author who wrote a book called Oblation, Prince of Corruption. If you want to check out the book, you can totally check it out in the description below. But please, please, please support us by wishlisting the game. We want to get to 1,000 wishlists before we release the game. We're getting pretty close up there, so please go ahead and do that. And just to open it up to show you, let me show you the Steam page. It's going to look something like this. We've uploaded some new cover art. We still need to upload some new images here. This was from the original demo, but eventually we'll add in what we currently have now from the stream. But please go ahead, navigate to Oblation Prince of Corruption on Steam, and just please wishlist so we can hit our goals. On top of that, if you want to support the development a little bit more and be more involved, you can locate it at the official website, redpoolstudio.com/tools and games, Oblation info. Go ahead, scroll on down. You can navigate to the Steam page here, or if you want to help support the development even more, you can donate any amount to us and we'll put you on the email list to help vote on specific features. Or if you even want to become more involved and have your own very own custom NPC in the game, if you give us $50 or more from our Venmo here, we'll totally help you create a custom NPC in the game. And of course, if you donate any amount, we'll put you in the credits as well for the game. So yeah, that's just to let you know. But overall though, I think we're doing really well. I like the progress we have currently. I think it looks pretty good. But I think I'm going to close out. I might stream a little bit later tonight. So please subscribe and you'll be notified when I start streaming. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.